Yeah, I get right to the racks. Then I make that shit back. Run up on me, get shot in the back.
It's Jerry TV in the building. If you yet subscribe to the channel, Mary Back America. Reaction to you got the tragic story of Bris. Hip Hop Daily, another one. We did the story of Little TYS, and it was pretty interesting, right?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting, and it's repetitive chaos because these kids are really getting killed.
Yeah, it's actually sad, right? They're like
It's
really
horrible.
getting killed in Sacramento.
It's horrible.
And it's like a repeating cycle, right?
Yeah, and it's like in our community the worth of another life is worth nothing. Like dudes is really out here doing a lot of dirt. Sometimes I want to assume it's over something, right?
Yeah.
But without getting too deep, this is the channel that reacts to every goddamn thing. So yeah, we will be reacting to Cat Williams. Because I know Cat Williams' name came out your mouth today. You know what I'm saying? So subscribe to the channel, request the content, and then we react. We cover the world of hip hop. 50 years old. I'm 67. He's 14. He'll be 15 tomorrow, y'all. Mm-hmm. Subscribe to the channel, request the content, we react. He's on Instagram.
Jerry TV.
I'm on Instagram.
Pops Reacts.
We have the Discord below. My apologies. I will download Discord on my new phone. I'm 67 years old. Shit registers slow sometimes.
No worries. Let's hop right to it.
Sacramento is one of the wildest cities on the West Coast. Almost every block is ran by a different set, and just walking out the door is a gamble with your life. Bris was a rapper trying to make it out of the trenches, but the streets caught up to him first. And today we're breaking down the entire shocking story. Bris came up in Sacramento repping the Fruit Ridge Bloods. Back in the day, all he cared about was getting his money.
He's a Blood? That's mad confusing now, bro. Because I know they have beef with the Bloods, which is Mozzie's crew. And also, we know that CML is kind of like Crip, basically, but he chill with the Crip side, but it's more neighborhoods. It's mad Sacramento's too much.
I thought Sacramento didn't have a lot of Bloods.
And Crips.
But according to this, he's part of the Fruit Ridge?
Fruit Ridge Bloods.
Fruit Ridge Bloods.
Correct. Came up in Sacramento repping the Fruit Ridge Bloods. Back in the day, all he cared about was getting his money up and hustling in the streets. And not before long, he started taking losses. After one of his childhood friends was killed, Bris knew he wanted to switch up how he moved. But there ain't a lot of opportunities coming up in that environment. Bris said he wasn't the worst kid in school or anything like that, but he was more focused on hustling than getting good grades. He ain't have no other way to get money back then, but luckily for him, one of his blood cousins was starting to get his name popping in the rap industry. Mac J is another rapper from Sacramento who came up from nothing. His parents tried to provide a better life for him and his 4 siblings.
Yo, you guys always tell us about Mac J, how we should do him.
Mac Dre or Mac J?
Mac J.
Okay.
I guess he's influenced by Mac Dre. I think that's his blood cousin, like real life blood cousin, right?
Wow.
So he was already lit before Bris?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Wow.
So he already had the formula to blow.
And I heard that he be dropping on Bris's YouTube channel too, to this day, and people don't like that.
Also, Mac J is alive still.
Yes.
All right, why not? That's his cousin.
Yeah. Me too. I agree. I agree with family.
His parents tried to provide a better life for him and his 4 siblings by working minimum wage jobs and flipping cars on the side. But Mac realized that he had to find a different way out. When he was a kid, Mac saw one of his
basketball is back. Watch the action live on a variety of networks.
Dad's friends bleed out on the front porch after someone shot him. Back then, he thought basketball was his ticket out of the trenches, but his hoop dreams fell apart and Mac turned to rap instead. He started recording tracks in one of his family members' garages in high school. Mac had been rapping for years already as a hobby and was ready to take it seriously. But after he dropped out of school, he fell into the streets right next to Bris and their homies.
Oh, wow.
While Bris was all in on the street activities, Mac kept one foot in the booth and stayed on his grind. Both of them were in and out.
I feel like there's always one homie that comes later on, right? Like in the hood, like there's always one dude that didn't make it in basketball or didn't make it in college.
That's everybody in the hood. Everybody in the hood think they're going to NFL.
Yo, they can do one semester in college and come back.
Motherfucker 5'11", or he's 6'11", goofy, goofball. Think he gonna make an NBA. Yo, go to school, get an education, bro.
Next thing you know, he
learn the trade, be a plumber.
That's it. Next thing you know, he work in construction.
Word. I work with a big 6'11" dude. He ain't think he going to NBA, but yo, 6'11" getting in the work truck.
You look crazy.
He look crazy like this. He got to get in the truck like this, and then he pick up his legs and be like this. Boom. Big shit. We call him 7'11", like that.
And on the street activities, Mac kept one foot in the booth and stayed on his grind. Both of them were in and out of jail a lot, but Mac went back to the studio every time he got released. Not before long, he had some buzz on his name in the city, and that's when he finally convinced Bris to start laying down tracks too. The first video they dropped together was for the track Non-Stop in 2016. It racked up a couple 100,000 views on YouTube, but it would take a couple years before Bris scored his first big hit. 2019 was a massive year for him. Out of nowhere, he started popping off and running up crazy numbers. His track Lightning McQueen hit over 2 mil, and then he dropped a video for Panhandling and reached 15 mil.
We did that one, Panhandling.
We did okay.
That's a Panhandling. Panhandling.
People in the hood, like, people in the comments like, yo, do Lightning McQueen.
Yeah, that was his first hit, so we got to do it now.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
That's good.
His track Lightning McQueen hit over 2 mil, and then he dropped a video for Panhandling and reached 15 million. All the success was amazing, but it also allegedly sparked the beef that got him killed. In an interview with Rap Shack, Bris said there was a lot of drama in music. All he wanted was to make it out of the streets, and he told everyone watching that you should never get involved with them if you're not bored into it. Bris had been in the trenches for years, but 2019 is when all his beef went public. A rapper named Uzi Marcus dropped the track 42K and said, "Keep it real, you niggas ain't killed a fly, and if it's money on my head, why the fuck I'm still alive? You niggas ain't popping shit, they really just talking shit. Where they at? I'm right here on 42nd with the stick. Lil Bris, he a pussy, and Lil Danny, he a bitch. Keep playing, I'll be outside your grannies with the switch."
Oh, wow.
The beef between Uzi and Bris picked up a lot of publicity, but the issues went way deeper than just those two.
Yeah, we know Uzi Marcus. We know that his BM and all that.
With the baby mom situation.
But he allegedly, like, killed, was a part of killing a child and all that? Like, accidentally?
I don't know.
Yeah, that was kind of
It was covered briefly in the documentary. What was that? Which one was that one? We've done so many.
Yeah, I know. CMO versus Mozzie and that one.
Yeah. Subscribe to this channel, though. Subscribe to the channel. Share this with somebody. And go check out our documentary reviews and reactions. It's kind of dope because we're from a whole nother world on the East Coast. Processing this be insane with the shit that be going on, right?
That's facts.
Yeah, you process all this at 14 years old. It's crazy.
Beef between Uzi and Bris picked up a lot of publicity, but the issues went way deeper than just those two. Both of them was on different sides of a wild beef in Sacramento that turned the city into a war zone. Bris was rocking with a dude named CML Lavish D, who's affiliated with a set called the G Parkway Stars, while Uzi was tight with Mozzie. But before we get into why Bris was brutally killed in his own city, let's break down what was going down behind the scenes. Mozzie came up in a Sacramento neighborhood called Oak Park. His mom was a drug addict and his dad was locked up, so Mozzie hopped in the trenches to support himself.
Yo, shout out to Mozzie.
We haven't done yet.
We haven't done any reaction to your music yet, but we're gonna get to Mozzie and we're gonna get to Mac Dre. But it's just a lot of music, and we've just been caught up with these like 17 artists.
Yeah.
And now for the new year, we're gonna get caught up with the Mozzie got mad hits and Mac Dre got mad shit.
Yup.
I mean, so all the people that say, "Yo, we did Woody, do Mac Dre, you did."
Oh, yeah, so we politicking and shit. Remember they said we were doing one side? Come on, bro. Y'all shy.
Yeah. I wouldn't even entertain it. That's one comment, dude, maybe like 11 years old. You know what I mean?
While he was in and out of jail for charges like illegal possession of a firearm and evading the police, Mozzie was also putting in work in the booth. 2010 is when he first started dropping music, but 2014 is when it really started popping off. He dropped a diss track aimed at Lavish D called I'm Just Being Honest and rapped, "We can pistol play, but that ain't something you want to do. I'm just being honest. Lad never caught a body, I'm just being honest." Mozzie wasn't the first one to take a shot though. Lavish D's homie Lick rode into Oak Park and shot an entire music video. Then Mozzie clapped back with the truth, and less than a day later, one of his homies was killed over the situation. A dude named Zilla Zoe was in the music video with Mozzie while he was calling out the ops by name. And a few hours after the track dropped, someone called Zilla and shot him to death. But Zilla wasn't the only victim in their beef though. Lavish D was at a mall in Sacramento with his crew when he spotted Mozzie's manager. They all put hands on him and posted a video of the situation online, which was a bad move for Lavish D. He was already fighting a gun case and had a bunch of priors on his record, so the judge hit him with a 6-year sentence.
Damn.
Locking up Lavish D ain't stopped the violence though, and from that point on, it just got even more brutal. In May 2014, Mozzie's homie Jacoby James was shot and killed at a kid's birthday party. It was a wild hit, and 2 dudes affiliated with Lavish D were arrested for it.
I'm not gonna lie, we're trying to, and I'm not dissing that, but we're trying to avoid CMO and Mozzie because we want to know more about Bris. And we're fucking back to these guys, right?
Yeah, we already covered them. It's kind of like, this is kind of misleading, but I guess they're all intertwined.
Yeah.
Because we did hear CML bring up Little Tooth. TYS. And Bris.
And Little Jody Well.
And Little Jody in his rhymes.
Yeah.
So as an affiliation, or that he cool with them, or whatever the case may be, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Birthday party. It was a wild hit, and 2 dudes affiliated with Lavish D were arrested for it. but eventually the case was dropped and they both got off. Then in 2015, Mozzie and Oak Park took another loss when a dude named Shaquem Murray was caught outside a party and killed. Oak Park allegedly tried to get back at the Stars by using a girl to set one of them up, but according to rumors, the Stars figured out what was about to go down and killed her instead. It was already one of the deadliest beefs in the rap game, but it still wasn't over yet. On the 4th of July, 2016, Lavish D's homie Stunna D was leaving a party on the south side of the city when someone rolled up on him and started letting off shots. Stunna tragically didn't make it out alive, and he wasn't the last dude in Lavish's camp who got hit up. A dude named Prince Drada was like Lavish D's right-hand man. He had been holding it down for the crew while Lavish was locked up. But in June 2017, the ops caught him lacking outside.
I'm gonna be honest, I know they have ops, I know they have beef, but CML, like, he plays a part on why some of his mans have passed. I know this sounds crazy, but when the music is high, you talking crazy, bro, and you're getting views behind your name. We seen that in the New York City drill scene right now. It's going crazy because people's friends are dying because of their music. Because they're lit. They're like, nah, I'm gonna kill one of your mans now because you talking crazy.
Because I can't get to you.
On a mainstream level.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's very complicated.
Yeah, I don't want to say that, but it sounds crazy.
You know, but it is the truth. It's the honest truth. We're not dissing anybody in particular. We're just saying that everything's magnified in these days. And I guess what you're really trying to say is that shit is magnified. You got the internet, you got Instagram, you got Facebook, you got TikTok, and everything's magnified. Whereas for me, I'm 67 years old, I would have beef. Like I grew up on one block, you know what I mean? I grew up on 6'1", I would have beef with 6'2", and when we see each other, shit don't always pop off because we might have had beef, but then I ain't see him in 8 months.
Word. And there's no internet, so you can't keep up.
Yeah, it'll be like a stare down or something.
Word. Or
maybe a fight and then that's it. Whereas now, they go on to people's graves and digging up.
Pissing on them.
They did that shit in New York. The dude brought back the dude headstone, bro.
Yeah, that was weird.
He brought the dude, he went to where the dude was buried. They took his headstone out the ground, brought it to his hood, and filmed it. Well, I mean, it's chaos. So I get what you're saying. Everything's magnified, bro. And you ain't just see him out. We do New York shit, Chicago, and we gotta do something. Like, can somebody step in? Maybe Denzel,
and
Obama, or Oprah. Can somebody be like, yo, enough?
Jay-Z.
Can we have like a national holiday of peace or something?
It's crazy.
God damn it.
Store and shot him 8 times. Luckily, Drada was able to pull through, but the next shooting cost someone their life. By August 2017, Lavish D was out on parole wearing an ankle monitor. He rode up to a music video set to show support for a rapper named Sibo, who also had beef with Mozzie. While they were filming the video, someone slid through and started letting off shots. 5 people got hit and had to be rushed to the hospital, while a 49-year-old bystander named Ernie Cadena was tragically pronounced dead at the scene. Mozzie allegedly wanted to kill Lavish and Sibo at the same time, and 3 of his affiliates eventually went down for the shooting. Since Bris was rocking with Lavish D, he inherited his beef with Mozzie and his team, which included Uzi Marcus. Way before the situation with Bris ever popped off, Uzi was already making headlines for his street activities. In 2012, he was allegedly involved with the shooting of a 3-year-old. Him and his homies allegedly slid on a dude named Jorge Azios, but when they started letting off shots, they ended up killing the son who was in the back seat instead. Uzi's homie, Anthony Canales, allegedly wanted to get back at Azios for shooting his brother in the hand a year earlier. During the trial, they both flipped on each other, but Uzi obviously didn't go down for murder because he was back on the streets within a couple of years. Uzi ain't the only dude in his family who was involved in a wild case though. Back in 2014, Uzi's brother Antoine was booked for killing a woman named Nicole Duarte. What makes the situation really wild though is that Nicole was dating their older brother Raymond, who was allegedly there when it went down. Antoine ended up pleading no contest to voluntary manslaughter and has been locked up ever since. But in 2028, he'll actually be up for parole.
Yeah, he just come from that crazy family.
Yeah, like every hood got the 5 brothers that are all nuts, right?
Yeah.
I know a dude that was hustling in the street, got shot up. They tried to run him off the block. He got shot up. Went to the hospital. They patched him up. He was supposed to be in the hospital
for like weeks.
He ripped everything off.
Yeah.
And went back and was still out there hustling the next day. Like, y'all not running me off this block.
Wow. And you witnessed that.
I witnessed that. I'm like, yo, this dude nuts. And all his brothers are crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's not clear why Antoine shot her, but Nicole managed to go to a neighbor's place to get help and firefighters rushed her to the hospital. But it was too late to save her and she tragically died a few days later. The whole situation was crazy, but it's nothing compared to what happened with Raymond a couple years ago. In 2021, Raymond went live on Instagram and showed something incredibly shocking. He had murdered his girlfriend and another woman and was crouching down next to him.
Oh, I remember this story. This shit was viral.
But who's Raymond?
I guess that's the guy with the dreads.
I know, but who is Raymond?
I'm not gonna lie.
Like, I lost track.
Yeah, me too. It was a lot. It was a lot of tragedies.
And it's crazy because, and I apologize that I lost track, but like seeing stuff like this remind me like why I made it my business to get out of the hood.
Yeah.
Why I made it my business to get my kids out the hood. So for all you parents out there that have young children and you doing whatever you're doing to survive, if I ask one thing of you, get your kids out of the bad neighborhoods. Move somewhere quiet and live a normal life. Not for you, for your kids. Because like I'm watching this and my brain is zoning out of all the stuff that I've witnessed and seen.
Yeah.
And I done forgot half of it because I buried it deep down in a place that I never want to visit. And watching it's just like scraping it up. It's all in the air like dust particles.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
He had murdered his girlfriend and another woman and was crouching down next to him holding a gun. Raymond was pointing the gun at the camera, then he lifted one of the dead woman's hands and said, "That bitch tried to set me up. That's what she did." Then he brought Uzi into it and accused him of trying to have him killed. A SWAT team rolled up and tried to negotiate with Raymond to come out peacefully, but it was clear he wasn't going down like that. They had a standoff with him for 8 hours, then finally started throwing in tear gas grenades. Raymond still tried to fight them off, but after they tased him, he went down hard and got booked for double homicide. Uzi went on No Jumper and talks about the situation later. He said he was never really that tight with Raymond because he was locked up for 6 years back when they were young. Uzi also said that Raymond had some serious mental issues.
I couldn't never really, like I said, I never really got close to my brother all the way. Because he was always living a whole nother life than me. We never really, I grew up as I was a grown man, so I never was around siblings or nothing. Once I did what I was doing, I was away from home, everybody.
Right. He come in this case, right? So, damn, he come from a nut job family, so that was his bro.
Yeah, that was his bro, but he like, yo, like,
I don't know.
He just removing himself from all of that. Whether he telling the truth or not, don't matter. Like, that's life, bro. Like, sometimes you get served a dish, and you gotta eat that shit. You gotta figure it out. Cause I get tired when people be out here, but there's a lot of opportunities out here in life. But sometimes, yo, you're born into these situations, man, and you can't choose your family. You could choose your friends, yo.
Word, that's a fact.
And once I did what I was doing, I was away from home, everybody.
Right.
But shit, that shit just, it struck me though. It surprised the shit out of me. I thought that shit was fake or something.
Well, especially because your name was in it. So,
but after that, I was just like, man, this mental issues. People got mental issues.
He had no idea why he thought Uzi was trying to kill him. Uzi was already rocking with Mozzie and sending shots at Lavish D. So when Bris started popping off, nobody was surprised when he got dissed too. After Uzi dissed him, Bris allegedly clapped back with the track Spark the Fuse and rapped, "Y'all just sparked the fuse. That mean it started back. I ain't tripping off the funk, it been a part of that. Hit his starter cap and make him fall and push his starter back. I just bought a strap. If it don't kill you, it'll cause a heart attack." Everyone thought Bris was dissing Uzi, but Mac J said the track had been recorded months before everything popped off and that Bris never made a diss track aimed at anyone in his whole career. While the beef was turning up, Bris was taking everything to the next level in the industry. He dropped a collab tape with Mac J and another one with his homie G-Man. His fan base was growing every day, and a ton of powerful people in the industry had him on their radar. But right when it seemed like he was out of the streets for good, Bris caught a gun charge for holding a strap in one of his music videos. He got booked and had to sit down for a minute, but when he got out, he was hotter than ever. The first track he dropped after getting out of jail racked up millions of views and proved that the gun
I didn't
case
know
ain't
that.
slowed
I didn't
down.
know he came home and then he dropped Need Hand Me. Go check out the reactions to that too.
I think someone did mention this is his first song from Coming Home, but I didn't know he got arrested for
a gun charge inside the
That was left out of that other doc.
Yeah, we didn't know that.
At all. Briss already knew that he wanted to get out of the streets, but having kids made him realize that he had to start moving smarter. And in an interview with Thizzler, he talks about how important it was to stay alive for his kids.
That's just the main reason I know, like, I gotta stay alive out here, you feel me?
He was blowing up at a crazy pace.
That's crazy he knew he was a target, right? You know. I mean, you know, especially when you're a rapper.
You know, and that's how you got it. What I said earlier, 4 minutes ago, get the hell out the hood.
Yeah. Get out!
The reason I know, like, I gotta stay alive out here, you feel me?
He was blowing up at a crazy pace and had major labels reaching out. His first freestyle video when he came back from prison proved how much momentum he already had. But nobody knew that he would only release 3 more tracks before he tragically died. In June 2020, Bris dropped a video for his track Need Hammy and it blew up off the rip. Fans knew that he was a certified hitmaker who was on his way to taking over. But just 5 days later, he was brutally gunned down after crashing his whip. It's not clear if Bris got shot before the wreck, But after he ran into
Yo,
a
does
pole,
anybody know how many views he got? I want to know what was his first day views, or maybe before he passed, because I know it went crazy. The numbers went crazy. It's like at 36 million now on YouTube. That song. How many views did the song have?
Prior.
Like maybe right before he died, like maybe 4 days in. You guys probably know. Like a day in, like they hit 100K in a day. Because I'm thinking the reason they probably wanted to kill him because he was making mad noise once he got home, and he's this nigga's blowing up, and they were hating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to put two together.
Possibly.
Yeah.
in his whip. It's not clear if Bris got shot before the wreck, but after he ran into a pole, he tried to escape on foot. Unfortunately, the ops were too quick though, and they caught up to him and shot him in the back. Fruit Ridge and Oak Park have always had problems. Uzi and Bris had beef, plus they were all tied to the Mozzie and Lavish D war. So after Bris died, a lot of people jumped on the idea that Oak Park was behind the hit. Another crazy detail about the situation is that Bris used to be in a relationship with Uzi's baby mama. According to rumors, he cheated on her and got someone else pregnant, so she linked up with his op to get revenge. All signs pointed to Uzi and Oak Park killing Bris, but then a dude named Moses Hirschfield ended up getting booked for his murder. Moses and Uzi don't have any ties together, but Moses was allegedly affiliated with a different crew that had tension with Fruit Ridge. No matter who took him out, Bris's death was a massive loss for the rap game. Everyone around him knew he had the potential to be a star.
Yeah, they knew it, bro. Everybody knew he was gonna be big, bro. Like, I was tuning into some of his catalog too, and I was like, yo, this kid could have been like big.
You see this shit over and over again. This shit make me like so disappointed, bro.
Sick, right? It makes you
Yeah, it
sick,
makes you sick, bro.
And he was running up the numbers to prove it. He knew he wanted to leave the streets behind and make a better life for his kids. But unfortunately, he never got the chance to really make it out.
Wow. So, Pops, this is a good documentary, right? You would say it was good?
Pretty good.
I wish
Quick to the point. Good job, Hip Hop Daily.
Yeah, I wanted to know more about Bris, though. A little bit more, like his childhood shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's Jerry TV here, channel.
Thanks for tuning in. We out of here.
And I know how it gets, so I gotta stay low, not move my knot. I don't trust no nigga, I don't trust no man, ain't no friends, everybody get shot. You never know how nigga gon' throw, I'm hitting the flow with a couple of shots.